Okay, guys, I just wanted to touch on a few things that I missed in earlier videos as I did not have enough time. First one would be the wet weather parka that you would have seen actually underneath the flak jacket in Waste City and during the Tet Offensive. Now, I'm going to make a quick note. Mine is in 73 dated and it has Velcro. The wartime dated should not. It should have pulls up at the front. And it was a U.S. Navy item that the U.S. Marine Corps used as they used Navy stocks being related to that branch of service. So I wanted to point that out. Next would be the helmet from roughly the same era. So you probably noticed in my earlier video how there's an elastic, or I should say rubber, black rubber band. This is their improvised band that before they got the Army style one, which was the elasticized web one. These were actually cut from inner tubes. So you can actually find lots of examples, different sizes, different widths, some with markings on them, some without. Next, I'm going to jump over to the boots. So early on, the U.S. Marine Corps would have actually potentially worn more of a russet color boot left over from Korea, but they quickly moved into the leather service boot. These ones are dated 67. As you can see, would not be great for mud and wet and all that stuff. So they quickly, or I shouldn't say too quickly, but moved to, and this is a reproduction, FYI, jungle boot. This is a late pattern one with the Panama sole. And if you ever wonder where that came from, it's because they tested these in Panama. And then just a few other quick items. It wouldn't be uncommon to see Korean era or World War II era items such as the smaller first aid pouch, as well as you'd actually see the suspender pads that they would have worn over these. So when you're carrying a heavy load, this would have actually given you extra reinforcement. These are even dated 1945, and you can even see by the brass that these would have been late World War II or Korea era. So I just wanted to touch on those few other items as well. My impression and collection is not perfect, but it gives you a great idea of what you'd be looking for the U.S. Marine Corps during the Vietnam War. And just the last item for the M60 gunner, you would have seen this in Waste City and the fall of Saigon. Guys carrying these bandoliers that would have been full of M60 7.62 millimeter rounds as well. So those would have been carried around the shoulders bandoliers. You never see those usually in the field in the jungle. The only times I've seen them is Waste City 1968 and the fall of Saigon in 1975. So just a heads up on those items as well.